What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Binged Podcast, episode number 10. We made it a full 10. Right after
That's
Game of
enough, right?
Yeah, we're done.
Time
now.
to pack up.
We're done.
We're done. Okay. Right after Game of Thrones episode number 8 aired last night. Today is June 13th, 2016. Today, we have John. Hi, John.
Hi. I don't know why I waved this, but
You're booger-filled.
yeah, consider yourself welcomed. If you missed the pre-show, then you have no idea why it's booger-filled.
Yeah. For those of you that don't know, we record live for everybody to watch on YouTube. If you really want to, you don't have to, but whatever. But you missed John.
You really sold that.
Yeah, you missed John blowing into a party favor with his nose, and a booger fell out. So,
Yeah.
we also have Brian.
Hi.
No boogers there.
No,
Unless you want them,
just a moving bed.
I'll put them all up in you.
All right.
Look, there's the moving
There it
bed.
goes again.
What are you doing back there, Brian? You're
Or is
pointing at the wrong
Oh, Jesus. How did you mess that up?
It's mirrored. I don't know.
Oh shit!
Wait, hang on.
How's it mirrored? Your shirt is not mirrored. It says Star
It's
Wars.
mirrored.
If I hold this up, that's my right hand, but it's like stage right.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
When you're in Skype, everything's mirrored for you, but it's not actually. Oh,
All right.
we're done. All right, great podcast.
I need a GIF of that.
See you later.
Anyone that's watching live.
I'll get
Anyway. How are you, Jordan?
I'm good. I'm tired. Ready
Yeah.
to do the podcast. I had a power outage last night with
Oh my God, it was so perfect.
5 minutes left of the show left. It's like 10 o'clock, not even 10 o'clock, and my power goes out right when the waif walks into that room with Arya, and she closes the door, and then my lights went out. It's like, you're fucking kidding me. So
and
then,
Brian and I were together, and we told Jordan that Arya died.
yeah,
It's like, well, too bad you died.
I texted them on because we have
Oh
a
my
chat.
God, he was so angry.
I was like, guys, there was like 2 minutes left of the show left, and my power went out. And then John's like, oh yeah, Arya died a horrible death. I was like, why the fuck would you tell me that? And he was like, so sorry, I just figured. And there really wasn't a whole lot of chat after that. So I was like, something's weird. And my power came back an hour later. I watched the show. Arya didn't die.
No.
And then I messaged him back saying, power's back. You lying sons of bitches. They thought it was
Oh, shit.
Man,
But
we have fun here.
last night's show, Game of Thrones,
Last
episode number 8.
night's show.
It was
No
okay.
one.
It was all right. It was another setup episode, essentially.
No
but
one.
They
More
kinda,
like no one liked it.
it was okay.
It was all right.
It was all
Wasn't
right.
the worst,
I
yeah.
did not mind it. There was some theories kind of shut down, essentially, or at least
All of them.
postponed. There are quite a few fan theories after last night's episode and the ongoing ones. We'll talk about those later with Brian. But Brian, what did you think? I mean, I guess we already got your rundown, but
So I liked a lot of it, but I was telling John that essentially it feels like George R.R. Martin got us all here, and now he's like, okay, here you go, make some decisions, and the writer's like, who are you, Arya? Are you no one? I'm Arya Stark. And then that's like, you could feel it. You could feel the change of pace.
But it should be common sense. Like, if any writer could have written Game of Thrones, it wouldn't have been as good as it is now. It took
No.
George R. R. Martin. Like, they should have like trusted him and had him way more involved. It's his story.
Yeah.
And like,
But that's the thing, though, is that people still need to understand that there is going to be a difference between the books and the show. And
right.
there always
and
has
it's
been.
turning out to be a
and
bad one.
How do you know?
Kind
though?
of.
Well, that's the thing, though, because if the series was verbatim the book, who really would want to read the books after the show came out? Or
Everyone.
Vice versa?
Brian would.
That's like everyone that read the books already wanted to watch the show, and that like made it good. Like Brian you knew everything that was going to happen, but you still really liked the show.
Yeah, it was my favorite show of all time.
And minor
still.
differences are one thing, but like when they just take Arya's whole storyline and they literally walked up to us last night and went, "Never mind," just fucking season and a half, just whoop, gone.
We're done here. Yeah.
But I think there's more to it still. I think there's still more to Arya's story, and not just you spent your time here.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
I think
that's
John.
that's not what's happening. Like there's.
I think
way
John
more.
was just referring to the Bravos plot line because
No,
that's
I'm not
really
saying
how it
Arya's done. I'm just
Yeah.
saying that a season and a half that we spent in Bravos just kind of meh.
felt. Yep.
But I
That's
mean,
it.
it kind of developed Arya still, though. I mean,
A little. There was character
I mean-
development, but
she's off on her own, literally, over in the Essos area we talked about.
the ARP.
I don't know. I'm trying to remain unbiased. That I'm like my expectations.
Jordan, tell us
might-
how you really felt about the episode. This
thought it
does
was
not.
okay.
This does not. You don't mean that like Game of Thrones is terrible, but like last night's episode, did it let you down?
No,
You're trying to make him say it. It's
I know.
really sad,
I'm trying
actually.
to like.
no. I mean,
Jordan,
like,
just tell everyone you hated it.
No, I hate you, Brian. hate
Oh,
you.
oh, good. You said Brian.
Why'd you say Brian?
Because
I'm glad you hate
Oh.
Brian.
no, I don't know. The show wasn't bad. I honestly, 100%, my opinion was it was good. My expectations weren't too high anyway to begin with. Because
Maybe
I
that's
knew
my
it was,
problem.
It was just another setup episode.
Yeah, how dare we
But-
expect something from a show we love?
I expect a lot out of next week's episode. And
Yeah.
if that lets me down, that's when I can bitch about it. That's
If it isn't all about the Battle of the Bastards, I'll be quite sad.
Why'd you say it like that?
Because it's a stupid title and I hate it.
yeah.
Why is that a
it
stupid
is
title?
It's just like they could have just called the other
They
one
could have
Arya.
called it. They could have just called it fighting.
That would have been better. Fighting and tits. It's just like-
Oh god.
but no, Battle of the Bastards.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, from
it could have been called Winterfell. It could have been called anything else. Really, would have done fine.
yeah, Brian. Why don't you write the show?
Well, I mean, the titles are like giving too much away. Like, no,
Exactly. That's exactly what I
Yeah,
mean.
no
they,
one.
They really are.
Like, wonder what that episode's about.
Yeah, the door. Clearly.
Well,
Okay,
obviously,
nobody knew about that
yeah, that was
until it happened.
during the podcast, the episode of Bins when we like, okay, this episode title leaked. We're like, what the fuck is the door?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all thought it had something to do about
I'm pretty sure I
The-
threw Stannis in there somehow.
Yeah,
you
fuck
did
John.
somehow. No,
I'm happy. I'm happy. Brienne came out and said he's dead. I killed him. I'm just
Yeah,
like,
and you were like, he's dead, and John was like, you
I
might
still
still
don't
be
believe
there.
yeah. Good lord.
Oh.
Oh,
So yeah,
shit.
I guess we can let more anger out later, but let's go through the episode.
Let's do it.
We start out
the episode.
making some music for us.
That was the jingle.
Why don't you play some booger horn for us?
Okay. The episode.
This is really depressing. Okay,
Yeah.
You're
A little bit.
first part of the episode is we're in King's Landing. We're with Lady Crane. Arya's hiding out.
Wait,
With-
what?
Wait, what?
What?
You said King's Landing.
Yeah, my bad. Not King's
Bravos?
Landing. Yes, Bravos. Lady Crane. We're with Lady Crane. She's doing the show. Sorry. I'm a little out of it today.
It's okay.
Arya's hiding out like in her little corner, bleeding out, and Lady Crane
Like you do.
Lady Crane helps her and gave her
I want to come like rub your head or something.
what's wrong with you?
Oh, Jordan, it's okay. You're gonna make it through this.
One big breath.
What do we say to the god of death?
Not today. She was
Okay.
given milk of the poppy against her will almost. She's like, no, I don't want it. And Lady Crane was like, it'll help and you'll go to sleep. At this point, I was like, she's going to go to sleep. Waif's going to show up and just stab her some more.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I thought was going to happen. Waif did show up later, but not right now. She goes, we don't know how long she's.
I mean, the whole theory of Arya is not Arya getting stabbed really got kind of shut down.
See, I didn't believe it like when it started. Like right after last week's episode, there was some fan theory that Arya was actually Jaqen Hagar, because he owed her a life still, which is not true.
But I mean, you have to be fair. They were, since there wasn't a twist, they were just flat out inconsistent with her character.
This is true.
Like, that was a mistake in the show, and it made everyone think that, like, there's going to be some good twist. And there was, like, a couple. There was, I almost said Cesar Millan.
Why?
We're all off our A game today.
Sirio could have been, like, coming back, or it was Jaqen that got stabbed, but it was none of that, and it was just an inconsistent character. And
What makes you say it was inconsistent?
Like, okay.
Because she was like walking around like,
Well,
I don't have anything to worry about?
She wasn't number one, she wasn't acting like Arya. Two,
we don't know how much time had
I know,
been
but if
between those episodes.
she knows them.
It was silly. That was very silly of her to do that.
She knows them. Like, that's her mistake for not, like, carrying needle and getting the shit stabbed out of her. Like,
Even if it was a year, no, silliness.
I
She
guess-
might have been baiting the waif, though. I was thinking about that earlier.
That's
but regardless,
possible.
she did too good of a job because she
Yeah.
got stabbed a bunch.
She got stabbed.
She got fucking
lot.
prison shanked.
She twist. Next,
I love
next
that
scene,
sound effect. Dude, somebody do this. Somebody take that clip from Game of Thrones and take the actual sound effect out and put Jordan's sound effect in. I want that. Just
and the twist.
yeah.
Oh wow.
No.
That would be awesome.
The next scene, it was my favorite scene because the Hound is he's the Hound again. Shows up and just decapitates 3 people almost immediately.
You mean the mountain?
With a fucking.
Oh wait, no. I'm sorry. You're
John.
right.
John.
I'm just gonna sing myself out.
No,
See ya.
you stay here. I love that. That was
What
so
the fuck
awesome.
happened to you guys?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know.
We spent too much time before the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
Blowing boogers into horns and stuff.
And my internet going out for like 20 minutes. No,
Anyway.
that was super awesome. We meet up with the guys. I don't even know who that crowd was because I don't think we'd seen them before. Like those 4 people that he just came up and shanked. Like they weren't part of that pillaging, were they? I didn't think so.
The 2 were Lemon Cloak and the bald guy.
Okay.
The other 2 I think were new. Or
Okay.
maybe not. Honestly, they were fucking throwaway characters. Who cares?
They're dead now.
They,
Yeah.
they had a grand total of like 10 seconds screen time, and then they
But
got murdered.
the Lemon Cloak guy was actually like a bigger character in the books. Yeah.
Yeah.
He wasn't an asshole, which was sad.
And then I know we come back to that story almost near the end of the episode where he meets up with the rest of the Brotherhood, but we'll get to that. Right after that, we're back at Marine, and this was this wasn't. This was just Tyrion and Varys were chatting.
Yeah, Tyrion, we're seeing Varys off because he's going back to Westeros.
Yeah, for something.
Yeah.
Not really. I don't really remember why, but he said something about it, and yeah.
I was at Brian and I we watched it together at Brian's sister's house.
Yeah.
And their dogs hate me for whatever reason. And I didn't hear what anything that was said during that scene. I
Remember
didn't
that.
hear any of it because I like coughed or something, and the dogs were sleeping, but one of them in particular was just waiting for me to make a noise so it could just bark at my face. And I made a noise, and it barked at me for like 5 minutes, and I missed what they said. But Varys walked away.
Yeah.
You're like what'd they say? I was just like, Varys, leave.
I'm sure it plays a part in something later, but it really didn't mean anything. I
No, not really.
like the episode, the scene with Tyrion a little later. Next up, we're with Cersei in the Red Keep. The Sparrows come to take her, and she's not going to let that happen. And Sir Robert Strong kind of just grabs a guy by the neck and pulls his head off.
Rips his head
Like,
and his spine out of his
fucking
body.
Sub-Zero'd him right there.
Yeah,
like he
like-
just fatality'd him from Mortal Kombat.
Fatality. It was like
We
Yeah.
we
It's
got
like
the
tissue
line that we've
paper.
been waiting for like all season. The I choose violence line.
choose violence.
Oh yeah, this is true.
It was lame.
Yeah, I was expecting a little more from that scene. I thought he was just gonna go ape shit, and the sparrows were gonna try to kill him, and he was gonna kill more of them, but he only killed the
you know
one.
what's funny?
What?
That everybody knew what was going to happen there.
Yeah.
Like internet detectives on like Reddit had put together a promo shot of the mountain with like, you can't see me, but he had like the holes in his chest armor,
Yeah.
and then they literally said, "Hey, the sparrows have that weapon," and they're like, "I bet he's going to hit him with it and then die."
Jesus, how do you pay attention that well?
Well, I don't know, but yeah. So I was like, "Huh," and I was like, "Well, look at that."
That's what happened.
It's exactly what happened.
Yeah. Good job. Good job, Reddit. We're very proud of you.
Person on Reddit who we will give no credit to.
Yeah. I don't know who it was. Brian.
No
does.
credit for Reddit.
Next up, your bed's moving. We're at the Riverlands. Brienne shows up with Podrick to talk to Jamie.
That was that was the best scene in the movie or the show.
See, what's wrong with you, Brian?
The show.
Yeah, the show.
Yeah.
I
Everything
did
else
like
was kind
that.
of weak, but that was
I liked the catch up with Podrick and Bronn. Like that was kind of
they
cool.
had such a fucking kind of switcheroo moment in I think it was the trailer for this episode or the like next time on Game of Thrones or whatever. They had like they showed a clip of Jamie and Brienne talking, and then they interjected a scene from when he was talking to Edmure about like him always like just only wanting to get back to Cersei.
Oh yeah.
And like it seemed like he was really aggressive with Brienne. Like that's how it made that like the cut made it seem.
yeah,
But
you're
they were totally buds, and I was really happy to see that. I was actually like kind of like about the whole thing, but then that came out. I was like, oh okay.
Yeah, you're
we're
right.
good.
I felt the same way about that. But
Yeah.
I was happy the way that was because Jamie and Brienne are still kind of like
Did you-
little bit of sexual tension there.
That one fucking scene where he saw her rowing away and he
Waved
waved with
his
the
little-
gold hand.
I thought that was, of course,
Like,
it was
why
the
would
gold
you
hand.
choose that hand?
Yeah,
He's like, oh, he probably started doing it. He's like, oh, this was dumb. Okay, keep rolling.
Yeah.
Just get through it, Jamie. Come on.
that was cute. Yeah, that was after they got in the castle, which was
So
a
cute.
pretty crazy move. Next up, we're in the throne room, and Cersei just gets put down. I'm so happy about this. She's like, I'm gonna go stand next to my son.
Along with Clegane Bowl.
Along
Yeah.
with all the hype ever.
Yeah,
Essentially, I just fucking cried.
It was
Yeah.
like they have. It's like they word things because they know
Yeah, they really
like
did.
these
yeah.
theories, and they word them so it's just like one sentence. Like all this hype was just like
yeah.
This entire episode, like even back to when the Mountain showed up with the Brotherhood Without Banners and Beric Dondarrion was still alive. I highly
Yeah.
doubt that we're going to see any Catelyn this season. So
It may not be a Catelyn, but we'll get into that. I think there still might be a Lady Stoneheart.
okay, interesting. I'm curious to hear your thoughts on that, Jordan.
Yeah. But yeah, so there's no more trial by combat for Cersei, so she's gonna be, who knows? I don't know, like if she's actually gonna go to trial with the Sparrows, but essentially that's what's gonna happen because Tommen was like, the trial by combat, that sucks.
I guess we'll
I don't
see.
like it anymore.
that's against the
Ooh.
faith.
I have a note to put because I have something I want to mention that I had forgotten previously. Just until like we saw that episode, I was like, oh lordy.
Oh lordy lordy.
Just like that, huh?
I'll put a note. You continue talking.
Okay. Next up, we're back at Marine, and this was a really good scene. I thought it was kind of really.
Wait.
I don't think it really played a huge part in anything. I always say every scene in Game of Thrones matters for something, but this one was.
Fuck that scene. I hated it so much.
It was awkward as shit, but it was kind of funny after like it started rolling.
The scene with Tyrion making jokes and drinking with Grey Worm and Missandei.
Yes, exactly.
Dude,
I thought it was
that
funny.
pissed me off just because we only have so much time left, and
They throw
like-
that in there.
I feel like they shortened Arya's plot line to make room for that scene. That's what fucked everything up. Is the Missandei Grey Worm sexual tension? Like, why? Like, come on. Anything else would be fine.
Grey Worm was like,
I liked it.
Grey
God
Worm,
damn it.
Grey Worm was just like, your jokes suck.
Yeah.
I make joke, ha ha ha, and then they like lose it.
Anything with Tyrion
Well,
in it, I appreciate.
Tyrion told. Yeah, that was.
Yes. Spit it out! Spit it out! That was dumb. whatever. We're back at the Riverlands. Next scene, Jamie and Edmure. I honestly lost attention at this point. There was
You did?
yeah, a little bit. There was a lot of talking.
That scene was almost copy pasted from like the book.
Oh, was it?
That entire monologue he had about
Dude, I love fucking catapulting his baby.
Yeah, that was from the book. I was so happy
Awesome.
they it was like changed a little bit if I remember right, but otherwise that was
I fucking love badass Jamie.
He did
One
a
of
good
my
job.
favorite characters in the whole show.
He was good.
I wonder that if like since him and Brienne had that agreement where if he could do everything non-violently, he would send the forces north, or I wonder if they're actually going to follow through with that.
I think they were.
I mean,
I think that's
they're-
like what was happening. And
they're
then,
weaponless, but they're still men.
yeah. I still think that they were actually on their way out of the castle. Like,
Yeah.
because the way that they showed it is like everybody was like dropping their weapons and like walking and moving away. That's what I think that it actually
I
happened.
hope.
Yeah.
Also, why the fuck did Brienne and Pod have to run away in a rowboat? They were fine with the Lannisters. The only person who died was the Blackfish because he's a stubborn asshole.
Yeah. I don't know. That was kind of strange.
I think that's going back to the, I would say, less than perfect writing.
Yeah.
Like, why? Just fuck.
Yeah. But
God.
but yeah, Edmure kind of walks into the castle and was just like, I'm Lord here. Obey me. Let them into the castle.
That was kind of silly, but I liked how it went.
It was really cool. Very interesting, I guess is a better way to put it. Super weird. I don't know. This episode was kind of strange, but I liked
Yeah.
that it was long and there's a lot of content. You
Like,
could,
it
you
was-
could tell that the season's starting to wrap up.
Yeah, I really hope that we get something good. I have a feeling that we're gonna lose Melisandre soon.
You think so?
Well, there was a scene in the next time on Game of Thrones with
Yeah.
Davos looking very angry.
Yeah.
What if he finds out they burned Shireen?
I think you're right. That's pretty, I'm almost certain that's
And,
what happens.
I mean, she has like fulfilled her like arc. You know what I mean? She's finished her story. She brought Jon back to life. So
yeah.
Well,
yeah.
wasn't there a scene with Jon for the next time on Game of Thrones where he was like, if I fall, don't bring me back.
Yeah, he was talking to Melisandre.
oh, I guess he was. I thought he was talking to Sansa for some reason. Maybe I was
Hey,
kind of
Sansa.
I was kind of droning out
Yeah.
towards that point. I was just
that
like,
was
meh.
that was Melisandre out there.
Yeah.
So I was gonna say we haven't seen her since the first episode or the second really. We haven't seen her in a while.
I like her.
She's a good character.
Yeah.
She's an interesting character,
Yeah.
especially now that she's like questioning herself and stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you can tell she's just kind of like hiding and like questioning everything that she's done. Like, was I on the right path this whole time? Blah blah blah.
Should I have burnt that kid? Because I don't know.
Probably not.
Yeah, that's bad. Next scene. Daenerys is back. But
What a fucking. I'm not.
That was such a lame. He's like, hello.
yeah, she walks in like pissed because she sees thousands of boats just catapulting the city, and she gets in and was like, "Who the fuck did this? Like, which one of you fuckers caused this?"
I don't think. I think she was just like, what's going on?
No,
Just like,
she looked.
It was
pissed.
such a superhero
Maybe.
entrance, which is so lame.
It was so like plot device. Like immediately, like she's just like, oh, next episode stuff.
Am,
like
okay,
it was just
am
so,
am I wrong in saying that it feels like Game of Thrones is becoming just your typical predictable TV show?
I think it is just because they're running out of time so quickly.
And I don't even mean predictable as in like, oh, the fans know what's happening next. Like, oh, they're proving our theories correct. Because they're not even doing that.
No.
They're just doing it as like, as a normal watcher. Like the way it's paced. Like, okay, Marines under attack. Shocker. The next move is Daenerys rides in on a dragon. Well, no shit. Like that doesn't, now I'm not afraid. Like,
yeah.
I don't know what's going
Well,
on.
as soon as
Which
I saw the-
is rough because like the first episode we were questioning the season, but this season has been so good up until like this point where I'm just like, okay, I feel like these are just wasting my time.
It's seriously, as soon as I saw the boats in the harbor, I looked over at Bridget and I was just like, Drogon's gonna show up and burn those, like immediately, because it's.
But I mean, you kind of get to a point though, like everybody's dived into this story so much that they've dug up everything there is to dig up. It's not the fact that like the show's becoming really predictable. It's that we know so much about the story. Like,
But
there
that's
was
what I'm
even an
saying.
article that I think somebody sent me that George R. R. Martin had this thing where he's like, you guys figured it out. He's like, you guys know just about everything about the rest of the story. Like,
But that's the thing, Jordan. I'm not saying like I'm saying if okay, so we knew John how that was gonna like happen. We know this whole like what his parentage is and stuff. When we saw him come back to life, we were hyped. When we saw like this theory begin to become proven through Bran's storyline, we were excited about it. It's like predictable in that way is fine because like that's exciting to see because
Yeah.
that's a good story.
Yeah.
But it's not even predictable in proving the theories that we have. They're not even going along with the theories we have. Like if we would have saw Catelyn, even though we kind of expected it, that would have been awesome. But it's
Exactly.
becoming the storyline and the pacing is what's predictable at this
Okay.
point. Like in the episodes that it's like it's just I don't know.
John, I have this weird feeling right now. Like I can't really explain it, but it's like I
Oh,
agree
God.
with you. Like I've never felt it.
You two never agree.
I know.
Yeah, but I completely agree with what you just said. That was like you hit the nail right on the head.
Yeah.
It's just like in the whole Arya thing.
Yeah.
Even from the title of the episode, you know what's going to happen,
Yep.
and it's just like I know she's not going to die, and it's just we know there's more to her storyline, and it would have been 1,000 times better if there was some twist, even though we
Yep.
expected it, but it just wasn't. It was just
You really expected her though to just be able to walk out of there?
No,
What do
but
you mean?
that was like, it was like, oh, I bet there's some really crazy thing happening, and she's disguised as blah 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 blah. But it's just like, nope, it's the most simple thing, and see ya. Like it was just so straightforward.
it wasn't
and-
very Game of Thronesy. It was like
Exactly.
typical TV show.
Yes.
Something. I don't know. And I honestly think it's because the writers don't have the capacity that George R. R. Martin does.
Or maybe they don't have the time because he can just do whatever he wants. I mean, they have to finish up in 2 seasons.
Right.
Or okay, well, 3.5 or 2.5 seasons
Yeah.
rather.
True.
Yeah.
Jordan, what do you think?
I don't know. I think that my expectations are probably a little too high, and I don't know. It's hard to call.
You sound
it sounds
defeated.
like my expectations are too high too. Because I mean,
How could they
I'm
not
not putting
be?
this on me. Because Game of Thrones is really fucking good. My expectations are put this high because of them.
True.
How could
I'm
they
not
not
making
be
this stuff up.
this high? Like it's like I was saying, it's just the writers are like petering it out, and they need to end the show. So like they're just taking the path of least resistance. They don't have time for all these.
But
like,
Brian, they
intricate twists.
do. Like,
They only have like less than 20 episodes
but
left.
Brian, it feels like
Like
Okay.
15.
you would think that since they have less episodes, they would be putting more in the episodes and stuffing them full of storyline. They're not.
Yeah.
Like these past, okay, so the first episode we were all kind of like, but the rest it was moving. Like
Yeah.
every episode was so good. That's where the whole Jordan thing came from, where every
Right.
scene means something, and that's what they were doing. These past 3 episodes don't mean anything. Like
Well,
if
just specific scenes. Like I wish
why?
they wouldn't. I wish they wouldn't waste time with the, like I said, the Tyrion Missandei stuff, and just like these like 5-minute scenes of like actual awkward silence, and it's just like, I mean, you could like have something happen, you know, or like cut to the fact that there's like slavers in the bay.
even the like Daenerys stuff got good. Like
Yeah, which
we
is-
were all for a second, you and I were like, or I think all of us were like, well, Daenerys' storyline is kind of, it's kind of predictable. Like obviously Drogon's going to come in and blah. That didn't even happen. They really
Yeah.
they really nailed that. The way she just took the Dothraki with her,
Yeah.
and then the next episode she's shouting like, "Oh my God, women power! And I'm your leader. Come with me, fight for me!" And then it was just like, "What did you do? What did you just do?" And everything in Marine was really awesome with Tyrion like trying to learn the ropes, and it was
now
even
it's-
awesome that he fucked up. In this episode, it was like, oh, okay, cool. This is building more onto that storyline. And then right when they get in trouble, of course, Daenerys flies in on Drogon.
Yeah.
Are you glad I did this?
Yes.
What did you do?
I flew.
Oh,
like a
okay,
dragon.
I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I think
This is a sad episode of Binged.
we're all super disappointed. But
Yeah, no.
But I mean, I kind of took it with a little bit of a grain of salt. Way too many A's. in
Right.
there. I'm really expecting a lot out of 9 and 10. And
You have
if
to
they,
at this
if
point,
they
you know?
don't, if it doesn't deliver, then I will truly be able to like agree with you guys that like this season isn't going anywhere. Like, so we had one kind of meh episode. It's not. I mean, yeah, you're right. The show kind of got a little predictable. It was like, oh, that happened. Cool. Nothing was really like, oh my god, like we didn't get a Lady Stoneheart. We didn't see Catelyn. We didn't see a super twist with Arya. She just fucking left. Like,
Yeah.
You're right. Not a whole lot really happened this episode. I think, like, they really, I don't know. 9 better be badass because I was reading that, like, the director of this episode, the director of 9 and 10 of this episode were the directors, it's the same director as 7 and 8 from last season, which is where the big battles with the wildlings and the White Walkers were.
Cool.
That was a fantastic episode. That's my favorite episode of season 5.
Right.
Yeah. Which was the whole season was meh, and we had one good episode. It was this guy. So
I guess it's not that I don't think the season's going nowhere. It was just
this one episode.
Three
yeah.
meh episodes in a row were just kind of
Well,
like okay. So you have that. Okay, so from a couple weeks ago, remember I didn't even watch the whole episode all the way through
That's
without
true,
taking
yeah.
a break, and that's because I'm stupid. That's not on the show.
That was a good episode though.
But that was like, okay, well, stuff is getting set up. I think the reason why it's so depressing is because there is so little left of this show. So the more episodes they have that are just set up become episodes that you don't want. Like,
Yeah.
I need this
I agree
to move.
with you on that. You're
I
right.
need this to
because
move.
we know that after the finale of the season, we have 13 episodes left. We have 6.
And that is scary.
6 or 7, 6,
Yeah.
7 or 6, whatever. You're right. Yeah, it does need to pick up a little bit, but I mean, I don't know. Like there has to be plot development. You're right, but I mean, I don't know.
And all these theories that are out there that make this really awesome, or that would make it really awesome, the longer and longer.
wow.
Continue.
The longer we go without seeing these makes it a slimmer and slimmer chance that we're going to see them at all. Like, are
True.
we going
Yeah.
to see Lady Stoneheart? I don't know now.
See, we can come to that once I finish here. There's two like scenes left, and we can get into some of this stuff.
Okay.
I mean, so we see the Hound comes back, catches up with the rest of the Brotherhood, where we see
Flips his wiener out.
yeah, he pisses in the river, and I saw
It was a little dicky head there.
I saw something that, remember when I said everything like means something in a Game of Thrones episode? Well, first off, I love that he took the dead guy's boots. That was
I love that he took his dick
He
out.
just took the boots off a guy that was mid hang. It was like, hey, these fit. These are mine. And he was like wagering, I'll take 2. I want to kill 2. And they're like, no, that's not how we do things. You have to just hang them. So he wanted to slaughter them with the axe. But him pissing in the river was like, somebody said that it was like him pissing on our dreams of, because Lady Stoneheart was supposed
she
to
was
be
in the river.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was like, that's either like a foreshadowing type of thing where the river is going to mean something in the future, or
No, it wasn't. It was just It was just him pissing because that's what the show does. It's not.
Like, that's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing. We want to be like, we want to dig deeper into this, and that's what we've been doing, and that's what's been so fun.
Yeah.
But the writers are clearly doing the opposite and going the most simple The simplest route they can go. And okay, so I got excited yesterday, and I'll tell you why. When I saw the guys hanging, I was like, fucking Lady Stoneheart, because isn't that her thing? Doesn't she hang people?
A little bit.
And then it wasn't that. So whatever, Game of Thrones, do what you want.
Crush my dreams. Go ahead.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe we'll still see something with the Hound next episode. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I mean, I don't know. The last scene we see. This is the whole Arya finishing up thing. Arya wakes up because the waif came and slaughtered Lady Crane with just pushing her off of a stool, essentially.
That was really fucking lame, wasn't it?
It really was.
They did a thing in this episode where they didn't show death, like other than the Hound and stuff.
Yeah.
Like they just kind of avoided all of it. Like they ran out of budget by burning down Marine.
Yeah. I think a lot of their budget went to next episode. For
Probably.
sure.
I hope.
Yeah. But
Because we got an off-screen death this episode. The fucking Blackfish.
We got
was
two.
Like, they were. Did we get? Oh wait, what was the other one? Lady Crane.
Yeah.
We just see her mangled.
Well, Blackfish was almost the main character, and he just like all of it. Like you just like, oh, he died.
That was so very not Game of Thrones.
And I was just like, is the next scene gonna be him running away or?
Yeah, I told Brian when we heard that when he told Jamie he died in battle. I was like, no, he didn't. But yeah,
like,
he did.
That was so fucking odd. It's like it couldn't just be like just one little soup to the heart, like anything really.
Like what happened? Like if you don't see them die, then they're not dead.
Yeah. Oh boy.
But this just feels so lame that he has to be dead.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones.
Crazy chase scene. I mean,
Oh,
just
fucking
a lot
Assassin's Creed Bravo.
A lot of parkouring with an abdomen wound. She falls down like 12 flights of stairs. I wrote in my notes, people were very upset about their fruit.
I know.
Dude,
like this fucking girl's bleeding to death, rolling down some stairs, and you're gonna make sure your oranges didn't fall out of the basket.
They were
My oranges.
No, my oranges. Fuck.
And like
Fuck
talk
this
about
girl. What's she
Yeah.
doing over there bleeding? All over my fruit.
and
All
like
over my
hard for
oranges.
is it just me or is it really kind of lame that she just kept rolling? Like you you can't stop yourself.
It did take a
I
She
want
lot.
wasn't
somebody-
like flying down those stairs at a maximum velocity. She
I
was
want
just kinda,
someone to loop those gifts, like the scenes that they keep
It
rolling.
probably already exists.
Oh god, I hope.
But then the waif, Arya was obviously like leaving blood streaks like on purpose for the waif to follow her.
At some point, she was. I mean, she still got fucking stabbed.
Yeah, but I mean, there's that one that she walks like past that corner. She went, and like the camera panned to it. Like obviously, the waif needs to follow this. Arya went that way.
Yeah,
Like,
that was fun.
But then my power went out.
which sucks.
Arya cuts the candle, no more light, and I was like,
We didn't even get to see that bullshit.
oh,
yeah.
3 off-screen deaths. Sorry.
yeah, you're right. And then we come back and we see blood in the hall. Bearded Jesus, Jaqen H'ghar shows up, and there's a new face on the wall, and it's not Arya, it's the waif.
Did I wonder?
And then,
okay, did they avoid the off-screen death to like make us think that maybe it's Arya's face on the wall?
Yes.
I don't fucking no.
'Cause that was
if
not-
They did.
Because that was terrible. If that was the case,
If they did, they're fucking stupid. I'm sad.
I don't know, but it was there was anticlimactic at that point where she was like, I'm Arya Stark, and I'm going home. And Jaqen was like,
okay.
God.
You choose right, gal.
Yeah. I mean,
Fuck.
in all honesty, that's probably been his thing the whole time. You know, she came over here for some reason to be this, but it was just so strange that she spent so much time in Bravos for what exactly?
Okay, this is what. Imagine if
Look,
in the last. Go ahead.
they foreshadowed her not becoming a faceless man when she first came to Bravos, and she had hid the needle away. She hid it
Every
knowing-
time.
Like, we knew from the start that she was not going to become a faceless man.
We knew from the Stark.
You're the worst.
I know.
Stop talking.
I know.
And you're
Like, okay,
hang up on
imagine
you.
if the thing that we did last week in the episode where all the people got slaughtered. Imagine if that lasted a season and a half and they all just ended up dying. That's what this is. The wave died, and what are we gonna see Jaqen again? Who knows?
Probably.
She just walked away.
No, probably not.
You don't think so?
He gone. He gone. Story over.
Yeah.
Jaqen ain't coming back in.
Jesus Christ.
John.
You're
Why?
so proud of that one, aren't you?
Can we just stop the episode now? Can we just stop?
God. You're welcome, everyone. Oh shit. Anyway, go ahead.
Anyway. I don't know, I'm not sure if anybody else wanted to talk more about the episode. I remembered something I wanted to say about. You mentioned that there's no more trial by combat, and that happened this episode, obviously.
Yeah.
I forgot there was something really cool that happened, and this episode reminded me. In the Hedge Knight books, there was essentially a trial by combat, but it was done in a different way. It was called a trial of 7, essentially,
Okay.
or a trial by 7. I can't remember exactly. I think it was a trial of 7. It was essentially like, let's say it was, it was Cersei versus, High Sparrow. Each of them picked 7 champions, or rather 6 other champions, and they all fight in a big like melee.
Okay.
Sir Duncan, he had to do one of those, and it ended up with Baratheons fighting Baratheons and Targaryens fighting Targaryens, and it was really fucking cool. And I was thinking that it was about 100-ish years ago, so it'd be cool if they did that again. But I don't know, with fucking Tommen outlawing trial by combat. So I was thinking of that as they mentioned it. And I was like, well, fuck, that's sad.
Yeah. So, okay. So let's talk.
Let's talk rumor talk.
Yeah. So what I wanted to talk about the Lady Stoneheart thing is there's a couple things kind of cycling around a little bit, and I'm kind of leaning
Give me
towards
hope,
this.
Jordan.
Okay. So from the like fireside chat we see with the Hound and the rest of the Brotherhood, we get the fact that they're heading north to help with the Battle of the White Walkers.
Yeah, I think so.
So Beric Dondarrion obviously still alive. He has not resurrected Catelyn by this point. That's not going to happen. Catelyn is 100% probably not Lady Stoneheart.
That we know.
There's still a chance, though. What I'm thinking is Sansa's pretty stupid. She's probably going to get herself killed. And I'm kind of thinking Beric is going to have something to do with bringing Sansa back to be Lady Stoneheart, but in a different storyline. I know that Lady Stoneheart in the book was the one that like helped like kill all the everybody
see
like
what
in the
you're saying.
Riverlands and stuff. But I think there's still a purpose for Lady Stoneheart in the north, not Riverlands area. Possibly.
I see what you're saying. I hope that's not the case,
man, that
though,
would
just
be
because
lame.
another Stark coming back to life would be really like, or rather anybody else coming back to life, even if it was Stoneheart, I guess would be a little lame, but
it's very off chance, I guess. But I think there's still a slight chance that there's still a Lady Stoneheart. I almost said Lodi Stoneheart.
Lodi Stoneheart, yeah. I never know. I hope we just have something cool laid out for us. I'm like depressed on the thrones at the moment.
Hopefully next episode kind of brings you
Yeah.
out of that.
Yeah, if fucking Jon dies and like the season ends early on this episode or something, and Jon dies and Ramsay looks at the camera and just goes, like, I wouldn't even be surprised. I'd be like, well, okay, and I'll just cry.
Dude, I mean, didn't Kit Harington shave his beard? Dude, if he dies, I swear to God.
Maybe he just if he
got a haircut.
dies and we don't find out that he is somebody's son and or daughter, yeah, I will fucking cry. I'll be a total
I'm telling
sad.
you, if the show becomes like this depressing pit of sorrow, I'm gonna read the books because I will have no option. I need Game of Thrones, and it needs to go the way I want it to go. God damn it!
God
Yo.
damn it.
Goddamn it, Bobby.
I also noticed like Jon doesn't seem to be the same Jon Snow he used to be. He seems very depressed. I
I think he's a little scared.
Motherfucker died.
yeah, he died. He seems to like not really have much of a purpose. It feels like he doesn't have much of a purpose. I mean,
Yeah.
this whole
He doesn't
time
seem confident.
this whole time
Yeah.
he's kind of been like, fighting for, we need to fight the White Walkers and all this stuff. And then Sansa's like, I need to take Winterfell back. And he's like, I don't want to do that.
So yeah, John's
Yeah.
sad.
Jon is
How John, as a fellow John, how do you feel about John being sad?
yes.
As a fellow John,
Same,
I feel
same spelling
sad.
too.
Even the same stupid spelling.
It's not stupid, okay? It's accurate. And I feel sad because John, we had a lot of expectations going into the season. And especially like when he first came back to life, he was just like, I'm done. I'm going to go be somebody because death made me think differently about life. And now he's not that way. Now he's just same old sad John.
Yeah. This
So
is true.
death really taught him nothing.
Because he knows nothing.
You know nothing,
Jesus.
John Prosser.
Now they just need to bring back Ygritte, and I'll be happy.
Oh, maybe she's Lady Stoneheart.
Oh, that makes so much sense. Too bad she was burned.
A lot.
She's a pile
all
of
the
ashes.
way.
Yeah.
All the way burned.
Lady Stoneheart is most likely not going to happen, but there's the
But that makes me so sad because I think out of all the theories we've talked about, that made me the most excited because I had no idea about Lady Stoneheart
Same here.
until this podcast.
I fucking blew your mind all over the back of your room there.
Jesus. And I was super excited, and now I'm just super let
You're
down.
sad,
And
John.
it's
Now-
because Brian did it. The show didn't even do it to me. Brian did it.
You're normal sighted, not excited.
You're John. You're sad, John too.
I'm sad, John. Yeah, too. Are there any other theories that so Clegane Bowl's not happening?
Most likely.
John RL plus J
That's happening.
or RL
That's
equals
gonna be
J?
that's gonna be the end of the show.
Wait,
That's how they're.
RL plus J.
RL Stein Goosebumps
Oh my god, Lyanna and
and
Rhaegar.
Richard.
Richard Nixon.
Linda and Richard equal James.
Oh my god.
Do you know what I mean? Though,
Yeah, I do.
We're out of theories. We are out of them.
Yeah.
They just shut them all down, and I think that Jon Snow's parentage is going to be the only thing they reveal, and that's going to be the end of the show, and I'm going to be pissed.
Yeah.
John's gonna be like, no shit.
We knew that.
Yeah. But that's the thing is that it was
That's our
it was
fault.
theory that we dug into
That's our fault. Yeah.
like that we kind of set ourselves up for that. We know it's going to happen. If we were just, normal people and watched the show like everybody else, we would be like, no fucking way, that's so cool. But because we were
Yeah, I
like,
guess so.
what happens next? What the fuck? Oh my god.
Somebody's
Yeah,
lying.
we're expecting it. We're expecting a lot of things.
Somebody's lying.
I just.
Oh God.
I don't know.
I don't want to be sad about it, but I
Yeah.
am.
Here's something. What all did we see for the teaser for next episode other than a
Lots of death.
huge battle, massive battle?
I think we saw the Knights of the Vale at some point. I saw a screen cap on Reddit, which it looks like they had their banners, of the Falcon of Aaron, or whatever.
Oh yeah.
So I would hope that, Littlefinger pulls he just shows up on a golden horse and at the top of a cliff, yeah, and then rides down a hill and saves
I mean, I
everybody.
hope, or else then John and Sansa are just left throwing a Hail Mary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe. Oh, you know what? Here's a theory, actually.
Go ahead.
For Cersei.
she
She's
die?
gonna go. Maybe she's gonna go all Aerys Targaryen with the wildfire that's underneath King's Landing.
Okay, I wanted to bring this up.
That'd be cool.
Because when whoever the fucking guy next to her was like, my little bird
Qyburn.
dug into the rumors or something.
I bet that was. I bet that's what it
I
was.
think the Mad King stored wildfire all over the place in King's Landing.
I mean, that was his original plan.
He
and
did
remember
do
when?
that.
Remember when the Blackwater Tyrion found all of it and used it?
Yeah. Well,
I bet there's some
did
left.
he use all of it?
Probably not. He made a
Because
lot.
I think those are the rumors that they're talking about.
I believe so. I guess we'll see.
Oh no,
guess
video!
we'll
Don't play!
see.
Don't play! No!
Yeah,
Okay.
video.
Alright.
Stop it.
I opened a page and had a video. Sorry.
But you saved it.
I did.
I don't know, man. I just
What else did we see? I can't. Normally, there's like a website that I find that has like all the cutscenes, like screenshots of everything that we're going to see.
So how do you think this season ends now?
I swear to God, if the wall falls down, I'm gonna be so pissed off.
I kind of called it. I called it from day one. The winds.
that's
the
what
winds
it's
of
looking
winter.
like.
The horn of winter. That was Binge Podcast like 1 and 2 before you were here, Brian.
That was OG.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense. We've been saying that for a few episodes. I was just
I would
kind
be
of hoping
happy
for
if it
more.
doesn't happen though.
Yeah, me too. Actually,
But it's like a major twist.
I just don't want Game of Thrones to turn into Walking Dead.
It's not gonna happen.
I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know. Game of Thrones, be better.
Yeah.
I know the
essentially.
writers are listening to the show.
Can
so
that be
just-
the?
Yep.
Can it be the name of the episode? Game of Thrones be better.
Unfortunately, no. It is no one.
Correct. All right. Well, obviously, we're all losing steam, so I think that's time to.
It's not our fault. It's the episode's fault.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But it's time to call it end of binged podcast. You can follow us.
We
on,
would normally have all these theories to talk about, but they shut them all down.
You're
Yeah.
correct. Hopefully, I'm hoping we're gonna find more to talk about after. Well, spoiler: I won't be here next week. That's even if.
Neither will I.
That's even if you two
I'll
can
do
make
it myself.
I mean,
No, I won't.
no. And John, you don't think you'll be able to do one?
I mean, I might be able to do the podcast, yeah. I'm just saying I won't be here
Oh yeah,
where I
yeah.
am right now.
I won't be able to do the podcast. Period. So if worst comes to worst, it's just you two either Monday or Tuesday, even if you can. If not, then
I'm sure I can make it work at some point.
If not,
We will
then we're
see.
just gonna have a really long binged episode number 11 to talk about episode 9 and 10.
To be fair, we would have a really long one anyway.
True.
So
But
might as well just do that.
so yeah, if that's what's gonna happen, then we're not gonna have a podcast next week, which would be live June 20th. It would go out like the 21st. We won't have a podcast again until June 27th, Monday night, unfortunately. But we'll be here to talk about episode 9 and 10, the entire season recap. And
Right.
we can even do, we can split it up. We can talk as much as we want until like an hour or so and just push more of it to the next week and just call it like a season recap.
Yep.
We'll do that. So, fortunately,
All right.
it'll be 2 weeks. Until then, you can follow us at Binge Podcasts on Twitter. Brian?
At B Shoop with 4 O's.
4 O's. And John?
I was like a deer in headlights there for a second.
what do you want?
And at John_Prosser.
At John Prosser. Thank you.
Mr. Pooser.
Mr. Producer, June the Punisher.
Jaron DeParture.
Okay.
All right, it's time to go. See you guys later.
Later, guys.
Goodbye.